Hey, good morning, church family. It is Friday and it is the weekend of Father's Day. And I was asked to share a couple words on what Father's Day means to me and just how I go about being a father and how my father was to me. Let's start off. I am David Villaseñor, and I have two beautiful little boys. They are, well, not little, they're 10 and 12. And they are my world. They are my everything. There is not one thing that I would not do or give up to make them happy or to give them what they deserve or need. I am a single father, and I grew up with the dad till I was about 24, and that's when I had a great childhood, had everything I wanted, got plenty of love from my mom and support, but I had the macho father who thought as long as he worked and took care of the family and put a roof over our head, that was all that needed to be done. Um, but when I grew up and became a father myself, I learned that was definitely not even a quarter of what needed to be done as a father. So at the age of 24, my father decided that alcohol was more important than a wife and children and eventually grandchildren. So at the age of 24 is when my dad stepped out of my life and really hasn't come back. He's been in and out, seen him at family functions, but um, alcohol is still his choice. And that's okay because that led me closer to God. And that gave me what I needed to be a great father. And I'm not sitting here bragging, but I I love my kids and I try to do the best I can and I consider myself a great father. Some people might not think that, but I do, and I take pride in that. And then, like I said, they're my everything. I'm gonna start off with a scripture right here. It's Proverbs 4:11 through 12. I will guide you in the way of wisdom, and I will lead you in the upright paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Um, and once I stepped away from my earthly father, um, God, I wouldn't say he stepped in because he was always there, and I know that now, but I was able to see his presence more, his guidance, his undenying love, his faithfulness, and just speaking to me and guiding me along the way and when I needed those answers or I needed that fatherly figure that wasn't here on earth for me. And when I had my first child, um, David Alexander, I fell in love, and there was nothing that can describe a feeling of seeing your son for the first time or seeing him walk for the first time or seeing him kick a soccer ball into a goal for the first time and just turn around and look to see if I'm watching him and the excitement in his face. Sorry, getting teary eyed. But being a father isn't just providing, isn't just making sure you have food on the table. Being a father is being there and being present and loving unconditionally, even when you might think your child doesn't love you back, and just never letting go no matter what. And I realized that God has taught me that. No matter what I did when I was younger, no matter what mistakes I made, no matter how much I tried to push God away, God never let me go. And God was there for every step. He watched every good and bad thing that has happened in my life. And He was there every step of the way, holding me and holding my hand and guiding me, even when I didn't think He was there. And now I look back at my life in the past couple of years of becoming a single father and transferring to just a one parent household. It God had a plan, and I thank God every day now for that plan and for his love and for the hurt and the pain that I gone through, because without that I wouldn't be living the life that I live now. And I'm not saying it's a glamorous life. It's a life that is very rich with my boys. It is very rich with time that I spend with them, the quality time that I spend, the just the love that I give them now that maybe I wasn't giving fully before, and just for the people that he's placed in my life and the people that have stuck around during this time. And I thank God every day for those. And it just gives me so much joy to know that someone will always be there. And I realize that even though my kids have God and that God will always be there for my kids will always have me there no matter what. No matter how much they push, no matter how much they do wrong, I will be there to pick them up and to love them and to care for them and to teach them a lesson, because that's what God does for us. We don't um, do something wrong or get in trouble, and God doesn't sit there and smack us on the hand or whatever. God teaches us lessons, and those lessons are valuable. And that's one thing that I carry on with my kids that God has taught me throughout the years is everything is a teachable lesson. Everything can be made into a positive, and a lot of times these little accidents or these mishaps or these things that you feel are going wrong in your life or are taking you down a wrong path are actually God leading you to the right path eventually, and just taking you a little bit longer to get there, and teaching you right from wrong, which is what we should also be doing for our kids. I have another scripture that I wanted to share. This is 2 Samuel 7:14 through 15. I will be a father to him, and he will be a son to me. When he does wrong, I'll discipline him in the usual ways, the pitfalls and obstacles of this mortal life, but I'll never remove my gracious love for him. And I just spoke upon that just a few minutes ago. And God's love is incredible. And the love that he shows me, I hope that I can at least show half to my kids so they know that I love them and I'm there for them and I care for them. And I just can't thank God enough. Like I said, I know it's Father's Day and I know my father's not around, but I do. My father is there. My father is watching over me. My father is with me all the time. And God has never let me down. And I promised as a father and to God that I will never let my kids down. And as we go into this weekend, those who are your father, maybe a father figure, maybe a uncle or someone that just mentored you, just show appreciation, show the love, because being a father is not easy. Is not easy, and neither is being a mom or being a parent. But it's a selfless job, but it's a very rewarding job, and I wouldn't give it up for anything because my boys are my world. I want to wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day, all the fathers who stepped up to be a father when they didn't need to be, and to all the moms out there who are single moms and play both roles. Happy Father's Day. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, enjoy your time, spend time with your loved ones, and you guys have a good Friday.